Yes, let's get into it. Let's do that right now. Yeah, let's do that right now. Let's. It is what it is. Try to do what we can. Hit the like button coming through the door. Yep, let's talk some hip hop. Yep, hit the like button coming through the door, please, so they can know that you all are real. Ooh, boy, I got a lot. I'll tell you that. Well, what's up, Lafayette, Indiana? I see you. Yeah, I see they totally screwing with my channel right now. What's up, Richie? Yeah, well, you see, back in the days when Eminem was first starting out and he was doing his feature and everything, he wanted to do, other songs like Nas and Lauryn, and he wanted to do something with Lauryn Hill. Like he was part of the out, he was with the outs. He was an outsider. The Rod Digger never really dealt with him too much, but still, he was one of them. He was with the outs. Now, what makes it unusual, or what makes it pretty weird in the situation that this was in, was the fact that Eminem, he had a whole nother purpose. Eminem came out with a whole different type of rap in his first album drop with Dr. Dre, the Slim Shady LP, and everybody was introduced to Slim Shady. Slim Shady. So they were all introduced to Shady. And once the world was introduced to Eminem and Slim Shady and his characters that he had created, the whole novelty and the mystery of the characters, it became a theater performance, almost like a reality show. But it worked. He sold 3 million records out the gate. So when you start selling records like that out the gate, naturally you want to, keep the fire burning. So they were trying to find the female R&B artist where Eminem could make a feature on a record to show that, he can make that connection with the African American audience and get his numbers up in the African American community, because those numbers were very low on that album, and the only time they really dealt with him was because of Dr. Dre. So they was like, well, Dre there, so we mess with Dre, we'll deal with dude, So that's how Eminem was making it at that time, was that his association with Dr. Dre. Now, if you fast forward to where we are today, all of that has changed. It's flipped on top of its head. It has absolutely flipped on top of his head. Because back then, he had sold 3 million records on his debut album, was like the number one rapper out at the time, like one of the top hottest artists that come out with his debut, and no one took him serious. Brandy was was asked and requested to do a song with Eminem. They wanted to do like a remix of one of Brandy's songs and have Eminem on there, and she was like, "Who? No." So Brandy shot it down. Then I think it was Monica. They wanted to get Eminem on the track or whatever to do the remix and try to get with one of these R&B artists. These black female artists were not trying to see themselves associated with Eminem. They thought this would hurt their brand. This would pull them down. If they get with any rapper on a record, it had to be a black rapper or somebody who had basically respect. And at the time, Eminem wasn't respected enough. He just weren't. I've seen a lot of people make those type of like guesstimations about what's real and what isn't real. All I can tell you is what I know. And what I know is he really tried and pushed very hard to get that to work. And they could send that through. But it didn't go through the proper channels, or they just didn't respect it. Even with Dr. Dre involved, they weren't going for a white rapper. And Eminem was not somebody who proven to have stand power. He could be a one album hit wonder or whatever. Right after that, he was still in the Vanilla Ice category. Is he another Vanilla Ice trying to get by? Vanilla Ice, Vanilla Ice, Vanilla Ice. That's all you kept hearing about was Vanilla Ice. Then they changed the whole thought process around everything and said, forget the Vanilla Ice label. Let's forget everything. Is this guy the goods? That's what we need to know. Is he really that guy? That's what they wanted to know. Could Eminem sell records? Is he that guy? That was it. That's all they needed to know. That's all they wanted to know. And that's all they got. And they ended up scratching the idea because that was going to create a buzz going into this album. So Eminem just scratched it and started just saying, F it, man. I'm working with D12. My crew. We'll work with them. And we're going to put our project out and start working on some stuff. So forget it. We don't need it. That's how Eminem was looking at it. We don't need it. So while he was, making the second album, he was also working with his group D12. And like almost at the same time, the success of the second album, D12 is touring with them, and they working on their debut around the same time. So that's why the music is so hungry and so epic. But they didn't have any R&B artists with them. This was Dre's and Interscope's concept to try to boost up his African American appeal by putting him with black female R&B artists. Him getting on a track like that would boost his power and staying power. And it would take a while before he's able to get to that market. But yes, he used to get rejected. Dr. Dre got rejected by Brandy for sure about teaming up to do a song with Eminem. She turned that down, and Monica had turned it down. It was remixes of their songs. Monica ended up doing a remix to her song, and I think it had Jay-Z on it. No, Eminem is a different type of rapper. He wouldn't care no way, one way or another. You know, it's just what it is. So that's just a piece of history so that you can know. He made it his own way. He didn't have to take the R&B route to get on the rapper to do the feature with that one. Yes, he was a triple platinum artist. He had sold more albums to them, but in the African community, he didn't sell a lot of records. So his whole thing was respect, that he could make any kind of record that he wanted to make. So when you see him do songs with Rihanna and all these different songs, Love the Way You Lie and all that, you know, this is a guy who couldn't get those features back in the day. And then he realized he didn't need them. He didn't want to do them no more. So only like in the latter part of his career did he become more, you know, lenient when he came to doing those features again. So that's information for you. So I'm gonna get out of here. Just wanted to give y'all that. I'm sorry about the notifications and they didn't feed it to you the way you should have gotten it. I think he did a song with Missy, but Missy's more hip hop rap than R&B to me. Even though she's one of the most underrated visual talents, and as far as videos, creativity, artwork, she's amazing. So on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to give y'all the information. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. Get ready for the Patreon. It's gonna be real, and I'm out.